inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my...
Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you guys are having a great start to your week. It is, what is the 22nd? I didn't know if I changed my calendar or not, but it is Monday, the 22nd of December, and it is very close to Christmas. Let me know if you guys are done with your shopping or if you've even started. I can hear something. Okay, we're good. There was something going on outside. I don't know what that was. That's why I had that kind of that weird look on my face. I can still hear it. It sounds like a humming. Where is the humming coming from? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think it's coming from outside though. But I'm glad that you're all here. Hopefully you guys are all done with your shopping and you're just wrapping up gifts and you're just about done, you know? That's always a good feeling to have. I did. I had to. They went well. Thanks for asking. Got my workout in at physical therapy. Let me tell you. Hey, Kathy. How you doing? Hey, Casey. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Lee. Is your daughter in school yet? I don't know yet if she is or not. I thought maybe if she goes back to school, maybe it'd be easier. Hey, Tony. Welcome in. Oh, Kathy said, I pray you'll have a safe and wonderful Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Right back at you. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Tiff. Oh, catch you while I'm driving. I love listening to a live whenever I'm driving. It's like my favorite thing. Happy holidays, everyone. Stay safe. All my chat friends. And of course, our friend Tanya and Vincent and the pups. Oh, thank you. And don't forget about Rocky. He doesn't make his entrance very often. Actually, he's in his bed. He's actually in here. Hey, Marcella. Hey, Ashley. I got quiet, didn't I? Michelle, you're just about done? You're not doing Christmas, Ashley? Me either. I kind of am and I kind of not. I'm not really looking forward to, I don't think I'm getting much of any. I'm not that I was bad this year or anything, or not that I wouldn't get a lot, but I don't think I'm going to get as much as because I got a lot for my birthday. So I'm not expecting a whole lot for Christmas, right? You know what I mean? But whatever happens, whatever I get, I'll be thankful for it. Vincent's mom did get me a gift card to Target because she knows my heart. She used to send me like $100 every Christmas, which I think is beyond gracious and great. That's like a ton of money. And I always try to get something like large or something for the house, right? So I got the mirror for my birthday because she sent me a gift card for my birthday, and I got that mirror from Target. I love that mirror. Every time I walk by it, I'm like, oh, that's good. That was a good choice. And then this year, I think I'm going to get like the 7 cart drawers. It's like, I don't know. It's a drawer with it's a cart with drawers. I don't know how to say it, but it'll sit between the desk. I don't know. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to get because it's something that we will be able to have. So for like, ever. So not like ever, but you know what I mean? For a while. Hey, PKC. Yeah, sweet Rocky. He is a sweet boy. Except for when you don't give him his treats. And he's something else. You don't want need anything. Yeah. I got Vincent, he already knows it's coming overnight shipping, but I got that vacuum for him. The vacuum that he wanted. Because I was going to give him another vacuum. It wasn't the right one. I got him the right one. Okay. So we'll get into the case. But if you're new here, this is Titanium Built, and my name is Tanya. You can call me Tanya, or if you want to call me Titanium Built, you're more than welcome to. If you're new to the channel, we usually chit chat for a few minutes before the live and after the live, if that's something you're into, and you like true crime, go ahead and subscribe. We do that so that we can say all the words that we want to say on our live. If you hit the 8-minute mark, you're usually pretty darn good. And we don't like to say unaliving on this channel. I bet that's fun, Tony. Just shopping for your daughter. Oh, I bet that's fun. Today's your daughter's 24th birthday? Well, tell her happy birthday. 24 was such a good year. Oh, Lee, that's worth its weight in gold. Vincent's mom actually made my Christmas card this year. She made it, like all of it. Like Vincent was on the phone when she said it, and I was like, what? I was about to cry. I thought it was the sweetest thing ever. My own mother didn't even make me no Christmas card before. Usually you make them for them, but I was so excited. Okay, so this family's messed up. Anna Kepner, I'm sorry to come in strong like that. But I was reading over some stuff today. Like, okay, so let me show you. It's very weird. I'm like, my brain is like, I've got a million things going through it, but we'll get it all out for you guys. So, where is it at? It's actually up here. You find his stinking name. Okay. Where is his name? Okay, right here. So Kevin Scott Harper. I was like, who is this person? Because down here, there's like documents for him. And I'm like, I haven't heard that name in this case. I don't know if any of you guys have heard his name, but I sure as heck didn't. And so I was like, because I was reading through, some of the other documents, because we've got quite a bit now. And so I was going up to the top and reading these, and I'm like, who is this person? This guy is Tabitha's father, from what I'm gathering. And Tabitha was married to Chris Kepner at one point. And her father tried to abduct like a little girl. And I wonder how old actually Anna was when they were married. Because this little girl that he tried to abduct was 13 years old. And I was just like, bloody hell. What's wrong with you people? I mean, like, seriously. So I don't know if you guys have seen it, but our girl Plunder, I didn't get to watch all of it yet. She did like a 2.5 hour live and went through like text messages that Chantel, had sent to her ex, and she went through a bunch of them. Well, they're now out in the public realm. I saw that she did the video the other day, but I wanted to wait till she got some views on it before I even like played it or talked about it, played it, but now it's out. So let's go ahead and look at that for a minute. Because I saw it on Facebook today, and I was like, what is going on here? So, and now the news has picked it up. So we'll go through this article here, and that's Chantel and her ex there. It just says Anna Kepner murder, mom of suspect waited 32 hours to inform dad, said supporting son would jeopardize her marriage. That's all they needed to put. Period. Didn't even need to write the article. I'm already fuming. She looks like she's pissed about something. I mean, maybe it's because her son, probably most likely allegedly killed someone. But the whole time she was in court, she had that look on her face, like she just had somewhere else to be, like anywhere but here. And then this is what it says. Like, imagine your ex that you most likely don't talk to, you're in a custody dispute with. They text you this: I need you to call me ASAP. It's an emergency. I would be like, oh my God. Immediately, your thought would go to your kids. She has no other reason to call you, right? So that was the message Chantel Kempner sent to her ex-husband, Thomas Hudson, at 7:30 p.m. on November the 8th. They found her 11:17 a.m. on November the 7th. That's when they found Anna. It says with a subject line that said emergency. Wow. And that's according to evidence filed in the divorced couple's ongoing custody dispute and obtained by People. One day prior, the lifeless body of Chantel's 18-year-old stepdaughter, I just told you that, Anna Kempner, was discovered in her cabin abroad the Carnival Horizon by a maid. We all know that. Hudson said in court filing that he and Chantel's oldest minor child is a suspect in the death of Anna that occurred on that cruise. What is unclear, however, is why 32 hours elapsed before Chantel told her ex-husband that her stepdaughter had died. Yeah. Not just that, but that their child may have something to do with it. Probably so. The same cruise that he didn't want his kids going on. He said no to the cruise. Now, I don't know. So, wow, 32 hours. I would be so mad. Look how beautiful she looked. So happy. Look at all that open water. I'm like, woo. Braver than me. Hudson also submitted into evidence an exchange with Chantel about their 16-year-old son, who, as suspicion swirls around him, has been living with a family member at an undisclosed location. Well, we've been hearing it's a micro school. We'll talk about that in a moment, too. During a terse exchange about Chantel's decision to cancel a visit between Hudson and his youngest daughter, Hudson wrote, I kept my mouth shut when you told me that you can't jeopardize your marriage for helping your son. Probably shouldn't have kept your mouth shut. Why would you keep your mouth shut about that? So, oh my God, it's just Madeline Kojikari's mom. That's what this reminds me of them too. When, like, that case where they're like, oh, I didn't want to call him and bother him, even though my daughter is supposedly missing. I kept my mouth shut when you told me that you can't jeopardize your marriage for helping your son. Didn't I tell y'all she just like was like sent him away because she was like, just got married. I just don't like that. Yeah, I really dislike this woman. Yeah, me too. Like, almost kind of like Nina in the Sebastian Rogers case. I'm just bringing up examples, where she was like talking about how Sebastian effed up her vacation and all this and that. That's what, you know what I mean? Like, when people say stuff like that, and if that's in a text message and he has that, oh, would I love to see that. Chantel's current husband is Christopher Kepner, the father of Anna. Chantel's lawyer said at a December 5th custody hearing that Chantel and Christopher sent her teenage son to live with a relative in order to remove any risk and any danger to any of the other children in the home. Well, what about anybody, any risk to anybody out in the public, right? Because he's outside, just on his $15,000 ATV or whatever they're called. It's not an ATV, but you know what I mean. What is it? All terrain vehicle. Oh, I don't know what it is. But anyway, he's out there on it, right? $15,000, 16 years old driving this thing, and he just has his cut up firewood that he's selling. Wish I lived out there. I would have went there. I would have went there and bought some. I hate the flower blouse too, Lee. And you know why? Because there was a print. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I used to work in a store for curvy women. And curvy women used to tell me all the time. This product was already bought into the store before I became the manager. I became the manager right when it opened, but the owners had bought the first like round of clothes, right? And they bought that print, that same shirt. But they bought it in like a tunic, which is like a little bit longer than that shirt is. I don't know, that might even be the tunic. But it was like, I don't know. It gives me flashbacks. And because all the women they would be like, this is ugly. Why would you bring this in here? And I'm like, I didn't. That's not me. That was not me. I did not bring the big flowers in. So I understand that the shirt is killing me too. Seymour, I don't know why he has not been arrested yet. They should have, they do have her cause of death back. They should have all of the records, all their surveillance footage from the boat. They should have the key cards, who went into which room. So I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know. Now, I wonder, not like this would matter because you would still be on camera. No, it wouldn't matter because you'd have to have your key card because your room. Never mind. I was going to say, what if he had his mom's key card, but his mom's key card would be a different room. So it wouldn't match his. So I was wondering if like maybe there was like something holding him back. Like, you know what I mean? Like what's going on here? But they should have already arrested him. It says at the same hearing, Chantel testified that Anna, her stepbrother, and her 14-year-old half-brother were the closest of friends. Yeah, remember the Three Musketeers? I think it said Three Amigos. I don't know. And said the trio shared a room at the Carnival Horizon cruise ship from November 2nd to November 9th. And I'm hearing, well, they didn't share a room till then because Anna died. But I'm hearing that maybe Chantel told investigators, perhaps, that they weren't sharing a room and that there was an adult in there. Oh, Julian, she should be arrested with the rest of them. I don't know. I genuinely think she did. Like she definitely probably had some sort of something. I don't know. Like, okay. You're 16 years old, right? You're a 16-year-old kid. We saw him. We've seen pictures of him now, right? He's a small little guy, right? Now, I'm not saying just because he's a small little guy that he wouldn't commit murder commit murder to someone else. But let's just let's say he wouldn't. What was I going to say? Oh, I don't know what I was going to say now. I just my brain went blank. I looked at Jillian's question again, then I was like, what? Okay, let me just start this over. That's what I was gonna say. So would you go to your mom? Like if you did something like this, right? Would you hide? I mean, maybe and pretend like nothing's going on. Or would you go to your mom? See, I don't know. I'm kind of like up in the air on that. Because if I did something, me personally, I would never do anything like this. But if I did something that like when I was younger to get me in trouble, I would dodge it at any cost because I never wanted to be like told that like my parents were disappointed or in me or something. So I always, if I ever did anything that was like like not good, which didn't happen very often because I pretty much stayed on the straight and narrow. But, like I never wanted to be told that. So do you think he would go to his mom? I don't know. He could have done it alone. I mean, a bar hold. No, I wonder if she was sleeping when he did this. I mean, unless he did it really fast, right? Unless he came up on her really quick, because you would think she would have time to scream and they would hear her, but because they said they didn't hear nothing. Hey, Jet Set. Okay. Let's see what else this says. It's crazy. Okay. So the cabin is where Anna was found asphyxiated under the bed. And then we were talking about this the other day. We wonder if they, transported her down to the morgue on the ship, or if they kept her where she was, and if there was no coroner there. Because on land, the coroner is, the one that's supposed to move the body. But I don't know how that works on ships. But it's been close to 6 weeks since Anna's death, and neither the state nor federal prosecutors have filed charges. At a December 5th custody hearing, Chantal's attorney, Millicent, strongly suggested that charges would be filed soon. That's Chantal's attorney. She said the delay was because the FBI was determining whether to turn over the evidence in the case to state or local authorities. When asked to confirm this, an FBI spokesperson declined to comment to People. In his own filing ahead of their December 17th court hearing, which was continued, Hudson wrote that their son is currently under investigation by the FBI for a federal crime. I'd have been like, and no fault of my own. People obtained documents confirming that the teenager is staying with a third party who holds power of attorney. She signed over power of attorney of her own kid to someone? Who the hell who's he staying with? And can only be relocated with the consent of both parents. The document also states that his location is known only to Chantal Hudson and law enforcement. You know who? You know what? Is he with Barb? Do you think that he could be with Barb? I don't remember Barb's husband's name, but Anna's grandmother. I mean, she was talking all kinds of good about that kid. I just can't say that he would do this. I was in the interview room with part of the interview when he was being talked to by investigators. Why? He's not even like your blood relative at all. He's not even like he's like just married into the family. Barely even there. You say hi to me, Ladybug? Hey, Ladybug. How you doing? I mean, maybe it's Barb. I wonder if Barb and them owned a $15,000 little car like that, little ATV. I'm curious. My money's going on Barb. Okay, my money's on Barb. I'm about to put it in the Facebook group. Who thinks it's Barb? I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be funny though? I am going to go over to the Facebook group, see if there's anything over there. Because there was like something earlier. I don't know what it was. I think I have this up actually. I do. So we can just play this. Look at that. Their Facebook group is thinking what I'm thinking. Okay. So remember a minute ago when we were talking about Anna's stepbrother, the one that we do believe, did in fact kill her. So we've been hearing that he's at like this micro school. And I'm like, what the hell is a micro school? I had no idea what it was. I guess, technically, I went to a country school, but technically for the class sizes, it was a micro school. But a micro school, if you don't know what it is, I didn't know what it was. Maybe you guys don't know. It's just a small student center learning environment that typically serves between 10 and 20 students, often described as a modern one-room schoolhouse. It blends elements of homeschooling, private education, and small group learning to provide a highly personalized alternative to traditional K-12 schooling. Do you think he was out there selling firewood for as an attorney so he can get an attorney? And do you think the people that went out there to buy the, the wood, they knew that kid murdered somebody, allegedly? Hey, Oopsie. It's good to see you. I mean, you never know. Okay. Let's go over here and listen to this guy here. Forget his name. What is his name? We should know it by now. We listen to him an awful lot. Is it Garrett Weimer? I don't know. Maybe that's him. Oh my gosh, I have a question for you guys. Whatever happened to JB? His name was JB something and WFLA. Whatever happened to him? You remember the guy that was always doing true crime in Florida? Any case, it didn't have to be in Florida. Does anyone know whatever happened to him? I'm gonna look it up. Just can't remember his last name. I liked him. I just haven't seen him and haven't heard about him in like 2 years, like a year or so. So, and if you guys don't mind, will you just take a second and hit the like button for me? It really helps. Thank you guys so much. And while you're there, just hit the subscribe button. We talk true crime daily.
And we start with an update.
And we'll look them up.
In the case of Anna Kepner, the Titusville teenager who was found dead on board a Carnival cruise ship just over a month ago now. Court documents continuing to provide some new information about that case. And, we are now seeing some text messages that family members sent each other the day Kepner died on board that cruise ship. Fox 35's Esther Bauer joins us live now via Zoom. And Esther, these text messages were also from court documents that you've been poring over.
Yes, these are again from this custody and divorce battle between Anna's stepmom and her ex. So we've been in court several times now where judges here in Brevard County have said, we don't want to hear anything about the cruise. This isn't our case. This is video of that family in court and also leaving court. So during the court hearings, we haven't learned much about what was happening on that cruise. The family has said nothing to us when we've asked for information going on more than a month after Anna was found dead, allegedly stuffed under that cruise ship bed. But now we have some new documents that were just filed in this case. And these are texts between Anna's stepmom and her ex the day after Anna was found dead. So I'm going to read some of those to you. We do want to keep in mind Anna was found. Medical call came over on that cruise ship at 11 a.m. on November 7th. Anna was declared dead by the ME on 11:17 on November 7th. And these texts start on November 8th. And so we have Chantel text.
Can I just say one thing? Can we get this girl out of the car? I mean, this poor girl, every time we've seen her report, she's in the car. Just feel bad for her,
Her ex, I need you to call me ASAP. And this is a emergency situation. So that is one text. And then we assume that he did call and they had that conversation on the phone, because then Thomas does text her back. I know it's probably a no, but I can come get their other child just to get her away from the situation. I promise I'm not going to keep her from you or anything. As soon as you guys are able to head home, I can bring her to you. Or is there anything else I can do? Chantel immediately says no, because she thinks that would be more traumatizing. All they told this other minor child, who again was on the cruise ship where Anna was found dead, is that this stepbrother was having a hard time coping with losing Anna. So he's getting checked out by the hospital. So we did confirm in previous court updates that this 16-year-old stepbrother, who again is the only known listed suspect in Anna's death, was taken to the hospital immediately after that ship returned back to port. Again, these texts are confirming that, but they did not tell the other minor children there was any suspect relation. They did not tie that 16-year-old stepbrother to what happened to Anna. They just told the other children he was having a hard time coping.
Well, yeah, he would be having a hard time coping. He was off of his medications for a couple days. And then he probably most likely murdered his stepsister. I'm sure he was a little bit out of his mind, you know, like he probably needed some psychiatric help. And if he didn't, he was probably acting like he did.
The texts go on. This is now 2 days after. So this is on November 9th. Chantel again texts her ex. I was able to talk to him, being the 16-year-old stepbrother, last night for under 2 minutes briefly. He just keeps repeating over and over. He can't remember anything. I don't even know if they were allowed to let me talk to him or not, but the nurse was very nice and let me talk to him just to tell him that you and I love him. Thomas texts her back. I just want him to know he isn't dead to everyone, regardless of everything at the moment. He needs his parents. I know you know that. I just would like to have a chance to talk to him as soon as possible.
Okay, hold on. We got to go back. I was able to talk to him last night for under 2 minutes briefly. He just keeps repeating over and over. He can't remember anything. Well, you know what, Chantel? Why the hell aren't you on the phone with him having a conversation? This is your child. This ain't a dog. This ain't a cat. Hell, this ain't an elephant. This is your child. Ring a ding ding. I would be on the phone. I would be in person. I would be like, what are we doing? What are we doing to, like, you know, what are we doing to help our kid? Or like, what's going on? Like, what are we going to do? I don't even know, because that's how I would be if I had a child and he did something like this. But I'd be a lot more, you know, I'd be crying and all the things, you know, but you literally don't just, I don't know. The texting is like, this is important. Like when things are like, to me, when things are super freaking important, you call. And if you need record of that and you're like, okay, well, I want to text because I want record of it. I have one right over here. There's their tape recorder. Just get a tape recorder and you can record it. Because again, kids are going to say, I don't remember. Because they're going to think they think that's going to get them out of trouble if they say they don't remember. Well, I don't remember, so it didn't happen. I don't remember. She says she doesn't know if they were even allowed to let them talk to him. No, you can talk to them when they're in the hospital. But if they were in like a rehab, no. Or jail, no. You can't just talk whatever you want. But it says here, and let me talk to him just to tell him that you and I love him. Now, do you think she really said he loved him too? Or do you think she just said, I love you? I'm just saying. She's not very nice to him, it seems like. And then he says, I just want him to know that he isn't just dead to everyone. Well, who said that to him? Where did that come from? Right? Regardless of everything at the moment, he needs his parents. I know you know that. I just would like to have a chance to talk to him as soon as possible.
I know you know that. I just would like to have a chance to talk to him as soon as possible. Chantel responds, we, meaning Chris, me, and his parents. And again, they were all on that cruise ship.
The parents. I'm telling you. We're going to go back.
Bonds, we, meaning Chris, me, and his parents. And again, they were all on that cruise ship. The grandparents, Chris, and obviously Anna's stepmom, told him that yesterday before they took him. We told him no matter what, you and us are with him and he isn't alone. There are additional text messages.
I wish I had my flags. Red flag if I had one. I'm telling you, Grandma Barb Barbara? Is he saying with you, Barbara? Barbara. Barbara. I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't, me, like, what, Chantel, like, why are his parents even being brought into that? Like, you guys haven't even been married a year, not even a year. And you're like, me, Chris, and his parents think, what? Yeah, he needed his mezzone time. Yeah. Woo.
Messages that were then sent in the coming days where Thomas and Chantel are just talking about, how do we keep this 16-year-old stepbrother's name out of the media? How do we keep stuff hush hush? How do we keep this under wraps? And those are what their conversations are. That's where their headspace was immediately following the death of Anna Kepner on this cruise ship.
So hush hush for him. What?
So these are the texts that
This is better than Google searches.
we are going to be diving into. We talked with a retired detective who said it is concerning to see a family member who just lost a loved one not asking, how are you? We are so deeply sorry for what happened. But for immediately this to be going to PR, to damage control, how can we hide stuff? How can we keep stuff quiet? One other text that did stand out that we will close with is, again, like we said, Thomas was saying, we really need to keep this under wraps. And I want to make sure the stepbrother is not being talked about in the media. Chantel responds with a pretty detailed message saying nobody knows anything about him. He is a minor and has been kept completely out of it. We have not said anything to anybody, and we are going to try our best to keep it completely out. He is a minor, so his name shouldn't be anywhere. And when we talk to the FBI again, we will reiterate, we do not want his name out there, and everything that's been posted on TikTok and social media, nobody knows anything and everyone's just speculating. We know what I told you last night, and we'll know exactly more when the autopsy is done. Once we get the autopsy today, depending on what it says, will depend on whether he's booked on those charges. And again, this was more than a month ago. They were talking about having results from the autopsy and learning more on whether or not this 16-year-old stepbrother would be charged in the alleged murder of Anna. We are still waiting for that. We have not had a clear cause of death released publicly yet. The FBI has not commented publicly on their case. And at this time, no charges have been filed in this case. And again, every time that we've seen the family at court here in Brevard, we've asked, any updates? Do you know anything? Has the FBI shared any new details? They have said zero. So that's where things stand. But this is the first time we're seeing, what was the family talking about? What were they doing in the immediate days after Anna was found dead?
It is certainly eye-opening to see. And as you said, this is, again, in that unrelated custody case as well. And so where does that stand? I know they were just back in court last week.
So nothing has changed in terms of the custody of removing the other minor children from the care of Chantel and Chris. A judge has more or less ruled with the mother that these kids are fine. They can stay in care only because this 16-year-old stepbrother is staying with a different relative. So since they are not in the home, this judge has not felt it rose to the emergency status to immediately pull all those other minor children. We did ask the lawyer, though, for Mr. Thomas Hudson if he has concerns that another child died under Chantel's care, and now we have other minor children still under her care. All the attorney really said was this was a very complicated situation, and what that attorney is working hard to do is make sure that the other minor children will be able to be seen by their father. So still no big updates, nothing really discussed in this family court matter, but just the ongoing battle of where will the other kids go moving forward.
Yeah, and still so many questions as well about the actual FBI investigation into Anna's death. So Fox 35's Esther Bauer, we appreciate you joining us.
We appreciate you, Esther. I love that name. Esther. Very cute. If you guys don't mind, thank you guys all for being here. I do appreciate it. Thank you. We'll be going back over kind of what we were talking about in the beginning of the live. If you guys missed anything, we'll go back over it towards the end. But I appreciate you being here. If you're new, welcome in. If you're not new, welcome back. This is Titanium Built. My name's Tanya. We do talk true crime here. If you guys don't mind, hit the like button. It does help the channel. Really, it does help a lot. More than you know. So I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. I will leave you guys be and we'll get back to the case as soon as I put the link for the channel membership in the chat. And happy holidays, everybody. Just a few more days and we'll be over the Christmas hump. Okay. So this is going to show Anna's final moments. We saw this not too long ago the other day. We watched this. We will watch it again. We didn't watch it on this one though. So let's see what they got. Like looks like a closer. They must have did something with the video. Oh, they didn't. Never mind. Backs up. But you can see her right there. And then you see Barb. There's Barb in the pink shirt. It's Grandma Barb. Oh, look, you can be on the big screen TV up there. Look, there's Barb dancing now beside her. There's Barb's husband. I believe that's him in the blue shirt. Yeah, so I believe that's, I think that's him. So it says here, a man on board the same cruise ship as Anna Kepner, the 18-year-old found dead in her cabin 5 days into the voyage, unknowingly captured some of the last footage of her alive. Nicholas Giddens recorded the video on the pool deck of the Carnival Horizon ship on November 2nd, the day it left Miami, and posted it to his TikTok account thinking nothing of it. Wow. It showed passengers participating in a synchronized dance routine to the Cupid Shuffle. So whoever said that, y'all were right. I think that's what I think I said that I thought it was too. That was part of the ship's sail away party. After Kepner's death became a national news story, Giddens said a commenter on his original video informed him that Kepner was among the dancing crowd. She was wearing a white top and black shorts. I swear, people on the internet are sleuths, like sleuthy sleuths. I thought it was a joke at first, so I went back and looked at it, and sure enough, I saw her grandma first, and then I saw right across her grandma was Anna. She was right there. Giddens, who was on the cruise with his family, reposted the same video on December 4th, but included an on-screen caption that memorialized Kepner. It has more than 875,000 views on TikTok. Wow. Kepner, a former high school cheerleader in Central Florida, was on the cruise with her father, stepmother, brother, stepbrother, other siblings, step-siblings, and grandparents. The 6-day voyage had stops in Jamaica, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel, Mexico. On November 7th, while the ship was in international waters between Mexico and Florida, her body was found in the cabin she was sharing with her brother, 14 and 16-year-old stepbrothers, underneath her bed. She was wrapped in a blanket and covered with life vest. Oh, this must be the video. Like, you can see her perfectly too right there. She doesn't even have shoes on. She's so happy just to be on the boat. So then it says the Daily Mail was the first to report that Kepner's stepbrother was under investigation. It was being considered a suspect in the death of the teen. Congratulations, Daily Mail. On the morning of November 7th, Giddens told the Daily Mail that he heard an announcement on the ship's PA system that there was a medical emergency in one of the cabins. Everybody was just talking, but we all thought it was an older person that died from natural causes, he said. So apparently they knew relatively quick or whatever, or they knew at some point someone had died. It wasn't just like a regular medical emergency. It was somebody actually died. I didn't know it was Anna until after the cruise was over, until we got out and off the ship and everything. Kepner's cause of death was listed as mechanical asphyxia on her death certificate. The certificate said she was mechanically asphyxiated by another person. Her death was ruled a homicide. Kepner was expected to graduate high school in May and join the U.S. Navy, according to her grandparents. The stepbrother's status as a suspect was later revealed in court documents that were filed in a custody case between the boy's divorced parents, Chantel Hudson, 36, and Thomas Hudson, 37. The stepbrother is currently living at an undisclosed relative's house in Royal, Florida, the Daily Mail revealed. I'm going to say Barb's. I mean, I don't know. There he is cutting the wood. I mean, like, he is a little bit tall. I mean, yeah. It's crazy looking at him just like piling his little wood there. And then driving his little ATV. I mean, who told him to put his... I mean, he just knew to put his hat down. Like, oh, do these vehicles, they don't have license plates, do they? I was wondering if they would have like got the license plate number and me try to track it because it's Daily Mail and everything. I would. So Daily Mail photographed the boy this week as he was spotted selling firewood from a roadside stand near a relative's home on December 12th. When approached, he told the Daily Mail, "I'd rather not talk," tugging the brim of his cap lower to obscure his face. During a December 5th custody hearing, Hudson's lawyer, Millicent, shed more light on the criminal investigation into the boy. "We're not sure what the FBI is going to do, whether he'll be charged federally or if the case will be turned over to the state." Okay. They're also waiting on testing results. That could, yeah. They don't know how long it's going to take. Well, they could put a fast track on that, right? Like, we need that. Like, put that to the front. So hopefully they did. FBI investigators swarmed the ship on November 8th when it docked in Miami. They interviewed the family and secured CCTV footage as evidence. More than a month later, authorities have not yet made a decision whether to move forward with a prosecution. Well, they better. I mean, it would be bad if they didn't. And welcome in, everybody. Is anybody cooking any like candies or pies or like cakes? Also, I have a question, sidebar really quick. If you were, hey, Riley, what are you doing? She's back here digging there on her bed. If you guys were going somewhere, like, and you're a guest, right, to someone's house, what would you bring? Like, if you were going to bring a food dish, let me know in the chat. What kind of food dish would you bring? And nothing too hard, something I can make. Okay, thank you guys. I'm like, oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Everyone's been talking about Nancy Grace's episode on her and on Anna Kepner, and it's like 11 days old. Have you guys watched it? She's almost got 1 million subscribers. Man, dang, Nancy, help me out. Get me on your show. We're cool, right? We're cool like that. Okay. So I did find this from the Mirror, but it kind of goes off of like the stuff that we were talking about earlier with the People magazine. So, ew, man, that's not son. It's a son who killed his own mother. Said her brain felt like putty. What is wrong with people? Well, I mean, like, ugh. Is it snowing? It's not snowing here. It's supposed to rain today, but it didn't. So the stepmom of an 18-year-old girl who was found dead on a Carnival cruise ship sent chilling text to her ex-husband, dad of the stepbrother suspect, 32 hours after she was found dead. So if you're just now joining us, Chantel did not write her ex about his kids for 32 hours. 32 hours. That's almost 2 days. It's a day and a half. I would be livid. If that was me. Anna Kepner, from Titusville, Florida, had been on the Carnival cruise with her family when a member of staff found her body in the cabin she was staying in, seemingly concealed underneath the bed. Authorities have now ruled Anna's death to be a homicide, and an investigation into the tragedy is ongoing. The teenager's cause of death has since been identified as mechanical asphyxia, adding she was mechanically asphyxiated by other persons. Mechanically asphyxia is where someone is strangled by an object or physical force, and that takes minutes. New court documents have revealed a message that Chantel Kepner sent to her ex-husband, Thomas Hudson. The documents obtained by People were filed in the divorced couple's ongoing custody battle. The documents claim that the message, which was sent on November 8th at 7:30 p.m., had the subject line emergency. It read, "I need you to call me ASAP. It's an emergency." I mean, why did you wait 32 hours? What were you doing for 32 hours? I'm wondering that, actually. That's a real, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, what were they all doing? Right? Like, there has to be some sort of police security on the boat, right? If you're there with your family and one family member is found underneath the bed, dead, and you got two people that are staying in that room, wouldn't you hold the family, or hold them, at least them two, hold them like you can't get off the boat, you can't jump off the boat, we're holding you in this room, we're not going to let you just roam around the boat. Obviously someone just died and you guys are the people that were with her. Do you think they held them somewhere? Like, hey, we've got this conference room, you guys just sit in here until we dock. I would think they would. I would think they would like contain them somewhere. Especially the two that were in the room with her. Because they could find that out in like 3.3 seconds if anybody else went into that room that night. They could have been like, "Oh, nope, just those two. You two are arrested. You're in the jail. You're in the boat has to have the cruise has to have a cell, right? Yeah, like a holding cell. Yeah, Tracy, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, wonder if they put them boys in there. Maybe they did. Maybe that's why he was freaking out. Well, that's your future, buddy. You know? I'm wondering now. Wondering about Grandma Barb, too. So it says the message was sent one day after Anna's body was found on the Carnival Horizon. In a court filing, Hudson said he and Chantel's oldest minor child is the suspect in the death of Anna that occurred on that cruise. And that cruise, he didn't even want his kids to go on. Now, I'm wondering if he knew before this moment, if he knew his kids had even went on that cruise. I have a feeling he didn't even know. I have a feeling he didn't know. I don't know. I just have a feeling he didn't know, because he said that he didn't want them going on a cruise. And I think that he would have been like, and then she took them. I don't know. I just, the way he said it doesn't seem like he really knew. Maybe he did. Some 32 hours had elapsed between Anna's body being found and the message being sent. At present, it is not clear why she waited so long to tell her ex-husband about the tragedy. I'd love to know. Why don't the judge ask her? Another message exchange included in the filing was one about the pair's 16-year-old son. The child, who is a person of interest in the investigation, is currently living with a family member. This family member has a power of attorney, and the teen can only be moved with both parents' consent. That's why I'm wondering, okay, where is he? Because if both parents had to consent to him living there, maybe he wouldn't be with Chris's parents, but I don't know. Currently, the only people who know the location are law enforcement, Chantel, and Hudson. Not Titanium Belt. Even when she smiles, she doesn't. I don't know. She doesn't even look happy when she smiles. Sorry to say that, but Chris Kepner and Chantel Hudson noticed Anna was missing at breakfast. So she goes up to her room because she's not feeling well. Her braces are bothering her mouth. Okay. She comes back down for a minute, and I don't even know if she saw Chantel and Chris, but she saw her grandparents, and then she went back up to the room. Was down there for a few minutes, played, I think, a couple games, and, went back up to her room. Then these two were in the room by 7:30. I don't know when she went back to her room, but nobody checked on them guys. No one checked on those kids for like 16 hours. Nobody checked on those kids. Those kids could have been raising all kinds of hell on that boat. And no one had been none the wiser unless they got caught, because they weren't being watched. I think that Chantel and Chris assumed that because they put their 18-year-old daughter in there who was responsible and wouldn't let anything happen to her other step siblings, right? I think that they were just banking on her, kind of watching them, kind of like keeping an eye on them the whole time when they were in the room, at least. Like if she's in the room with them, she's kind of watching, she's in charge because she's the oldest. Shouldn't have been on her. But that's how I feel. The exchange was on Chantel's cancellation of a visit for Hudson and his youngest daughter. Hudson wrote, so she canceled a visitation for him and his daughter. And then that's when he wrote, I kept my mouth shut when you told me you can't jeopardize your marriage for helping your son. How many times has Chantel been married? I don't know. I think she's been married a couple. And then he's been married a couple. Yeah, you probably don't want to. Crazy. You don't jeopardize your marriage. Chantel is now married to Chris Kepner, who's Anna's dad. Anna's grandmother, Barbara Kepner, told ABC the night before her death, Anna had been with her grandparents in the casino. Barbara said she couldn't remember anything unusual. She told ABC that her granddaughter had bid them good night, saying, Meemaw, I love you guys. I'll see you later. The case continues. Did she say that, Meemaw? I think they used her like a babysitter, You know how, like, when you have kids, I mean, some parents do this, but like when you have kids or something and you have like the oldest one, like, and then like say you have like 5 years in between, and then you have the oldest one will kind of help with the next kid that comes, and then it's like a trickle down effect. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm just saying some parents do it. Yeah, Ashley, that's what I've been saying over here. That's Barb. She's grandma. She gives me bad vibes. And I think that I personally, I don't know who the 16-year-old stepbrother's staying with, but it could be Barb. They did have the interview outside on their driveway. Come to think of it, didn't they? They didn't even invite ABC or whoever it was into their home to have an interview. Like in Florida when it's hot. I mean, it's still hot down there. Let me find that interview. I think they were outside. Like, I think they were like on the out, like patio chairs, lawn chairs out on the front of the driveway, like as far away from the house they get. We could look at the house. Grandparents. No, they do give me a weird feeling. Let's see here. Is this another one? Okay, let's see. Why does it say 21 hours long? Say no 21 hours long. Oh, it sure is. Wait, right there. Yeah, like, oh, wait. Oh, whoop. Okay. Now, I don't know. I don't know if he'd be getting law. Oh, what is right here? What's in their driveway? That's a golf cart, isn't it? Never mind. It's a golf cart. I thought it was the ATV for a minute. I'm gonna put it full screen, and you guys tell me that is a golf cart, right? Because everyone in Florida has a golf cart. Yeah, that's a golf cart. Okay. I was like, hot damn, we just solved the case. Yeah, Ash, I saw that earlier. Not the Brady Bunch. They're not. No, they're not. Uh-uh. But look at her. Like, look at this outside. We're just going to sit outside. In the Florida heat? I mean, was you sweating to death? I don't think that's the whole interview, but it's not.
Win anything, and she said, "Mima, I love you guys. I'll see you later." And we never saw her again after that.
The next morning, an announcement over the ship's broadcast system.
Okay, Meemaw. Are you sure about that? Do they look like an odd couple? I mean, they kind of do.
Called
I'm sorry.
for a medical alert team to go to a stateroom. And when they said the number,
What do you mean wrong pick? Yeah, no, that's what I wanted you to see was the grandparents.
I recognized the number immediately. The room steward that was going
Because I wanted to show you they're outside, and then right back here, see this? That's the golf cart I was talking about. Yeah, behind them is the golf cart. Do you see it? It's a country Tesla. You can see it now better. Yeah, you just had to look behind the grandparents to get to what I was looking at. I thought you could see it with my cursor, like my little thing. Yeah, now you can see it better.
in to clean the room.
At first, I thought it was that ATV. I was like, oh, man.
Is the one that found her.
She was found concealed under the bed.
Like, why is this grandmother not? I mean, if that was my grandmother, and that's what I call her, grandmother, my grandma, because I mean, I don't know. She would be pissed to all hell. She wouldn't be crying. She'd be so mad. She'd be so mad she couldn't cry. Do you know what I mean? Like, she'd be that hurt. She wouldn't be on ABC News saying they were like the three amigos, and I can't say he really did it.
Was told that she pulled back the mattress and found Anna.
What did the FBI say was the official cause of death?
The FBI contacted my son and family and told us our cause of death was asphyxiation.
Anna's grandmother said one possibility they're considering whether it was caused by a so-called bar hold, an arm across the neck.
You take the elbow like this.
How would they know that?
And they took her body to the medical exam.
Like, okay. And that always bothered me. How would they know? How would grandma know this? Did the coroner tell her? Now, could the coroner know that? Probably by the bruises maybe on the side. They could probably have some sort of idea. But also, if you're choking somebody like with your hands like this, you would probably still leave bruises on the side of the neck as well. Maybe handprints, but bruises. If you were like this, you wouldn't leave, handprints as much. So why is grandma knowing all this? Like it could be at a bar hold, like this. Like, did this kid run out of the room after he killed her and went to grandma and mom and everybody and said this what happened? I don't know. It would not surprise me. I would just tell you that.
Coroner's office, it was in perfect condition.
Kepner
when she went to the coroner's office, her body was in perfect condition. No, it wasn't, because she was dead. Okay. First off, 18-year-old healthy girl dead. That's not right. Bruises on the side of the neck. That's not right. Right? Being found with a bunch of life preservers on top of you. That's not normal. For an 18-year-old girl that just turned 18.
telling ABC News they were told their granddaughter's body showed no signs of sexual assault or...
I think this is what she means by perfect condition. No essay.
drugs or alcohol in her system. In an unrelated custody dispute, Anna's stepmother calling Anna's stepbrother, who is a minor, a suspect in Anna's death.
Do you think he had anything to do with Anna's death?
I mean, he was in a room with her. He was the only one seen coming and going. So
she says he was the only one seen coming and going. So that means seen, like they saw him. They have the video.
I can't accuse him because I don't know what happened in that room. But the summation would be that he did something.
And has he said anything to you about what happened?
I heard him, in his own words, say he does not remember what happened.
Anna's
That's her grandma. I heard him in his own words say he don't remember.
grandmother says she sat in on
These two look like these two, there's no way that they've been together their whole lives. I don't know why. They look like a new love.
a portion of the
New
stepbrother's
love
interview
everywhere on the
with
boat, probably.
FBI.
Except
He
for Anna.
was an
Poor
emotional
Anna.
mess. He couldn't even speak. He couldn't believe what had happened.
Anna's
He couldn't even speak. Couldn't believe what happened.
grandparents say she and her stepbrother were close.
They were just like brother and sister.
What else could you tell me about him?
That he was a good student.
Played soccer.
He played soccer, very quiet young man. He had demons, I think, in his past, and he was trying to deal.
He played soccer. What was good about him? Yeah, he played soccer.
with those,
Anna's stepbrother
my
has
God.
not been arrested or
and he was trying to deal with those.
So he had some demons and he was trying to deal with those. At 16, what kind of demons? Hey, Laura. Like, what kind of demons? It's crazy. Right? Right, Maggie? What demon? Like, demons? What do you mean? When I was 16, I didn't have no demons. The hell? Even if your parents get divorced, you know, like, you don't have like demons in you. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Anna's stepbrother has not been arrested or charged with the crime. Attorneys for both the stepbrother's parents did not respond to ABC's request for comment. The FBI and medical examiner's office also declined to comment.
Why hasn't her dad been out here on the news saying arrest him? My daughter's dead. Why is he not arrested? Maybe it's just at least go to the police station. Hey, this kid's over here selling firewood, you know, just going on with his life. I guess he's, you know, saving up for a lawyer, maybe saving up for commissary fund. I don't know. But he's selling wood and I don't have my daughter. My daughter's dead because of him, allegedly. And he's sitting out here just selling firewood, hanging out. Probably has a cell phone. If not, he has a new cell phone so he could talk to his buddies, you know. The family does that. Yeah, I know. We usually are pretty good about not talking about people, but this is what family is nuts.
And his family focused now on honoring their granddaughter, a high school senior and straight A student who planned to join the military.
She had purpose. She wanted to do things. And this little tiny 110-pound girl, she was mighty, very mighty.
We were looking forward
had
to
a
seeing her
job.
grow.
I'm about to go back. I forget what all they said about him other than the soccer. Good grades, soccer. Okay, what do we hear about Anna so far?
What do you hope for now in this
We're
moment
gonna go
for your
back.
family?
What?
Forward
had
to
a
seeing her
job.
grow.
Oh, she had a
What do you
job.
hope?
Mighty, very mighty.
She was mighty. So we've heard that she was mighty. He had good grades. So she was mighty, but he had the good grades, although she had good grades too.
We were looking forward
had
to
a
seeing her
job.
grow.
What do you
She had a job. I think that you guys, if something happened to me, y'all could think of the better words to say. about me than that. She was mighty and she had a job. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like just, poking the words, but
You hope for now in this moment
of anything to say.
for your family.
I hope that we can heal. Whatever happened in that room, the only person responsible is the person that was in the room with Anna.
What does justice
Yeah, justice. I would say I want justice.
look like for your family?
Whatever the law says, I'm not going to advocate for anything more or anything less.
Whatever the law says. Right? Why are they protecting him? I have no idea. Look at how beautiful she looks in that dress. Wow. Just whatever the law does. Maybe it's just because we've been hearing Steve Gonzalez for the last 3 years or something. I don't know. But this family is like a little. They're where's the passion? Where's the heat?
And that will be for the courts to decide.
We are still waiting for the official toxicology and autopsy reports to be released. Barbara and Jeffrey still don't know exactly what happened
Jeffrey's
in that
his name.
stateroom. They might never know. For now, they are grieving Anna, who wanted to join the Navy and had a bright future ahead.
He said better things than they did. Right? Why is the FBI protecting the brother? Maybe they're just waiting. The only thing that I can think of personally is that the FBI, they're the type that they're just going to come arrest you. They're going to wait until they got everything they need, because they ain't going to arrest somebody that they ain't got all the evidence for. Do you know what I mean? Like they get convictions. They're like, what, like a 97% conviction rate or something crazy high. So I think they're just dotting their T's, crossing their T's, dotting their I's. Yeah, I said that wrong, but you know what I mean. I think that's what they're doing. If we don't see an arrest soon, though, like we're going to be making a change.org petition. Julian said, this makes me yearn for Steve Gonzalez. I know. He could be out here showing the dads, at least. Be like, hey, I can show the dads what to do. Like, this is how you do it. I mean, and then he can show all of his clips, all of his interviews. Thank you so much, Julian. I think they're building a strong case against him. I think they're waiting on the testing to come back. I think they got the toxicology. I think they got the autopsy, all that's done and everything. I think all that's good. But I think that like fingerprints, like testing like that, maybe there's biological evidence in that room of some sort that they want to test. Maybe there was something on the body, the nail clippings and all of that. They want to run all that through, DNA, and then they'll run it through CODIS first. It won't get a hit because it's going to be 16-year-old probably stepbrother. And then they'll end up just, testing the biological stuff or whatever they can find throughout the room. And then they'll get those tests back and then we'll get the answers. Now, I do have a lot of the court documents, and I think on the next live, we'll go through those because there's a crap ton. And I'm hoping that the text messages will be out too. I have some from like even just as close as like 12/17. So. And these ones aren't ones that we've read. So we'll have to go over them. Let me see if there's anything else I have up here. Got like a bunch of tabs I have to close out. I was kind of hoping that Nancy would cover this again. And yeah, so Chris Kepner's first, or I don't know if it was his second wife, Tabitha, her dad was charged with attempting to kidnap a 13-year-old girl. And he had knives, rope, and gloves in his truck. I was reading through the arrest affidavit because I'm like, who is this guy? Like, who is this person? And that's like, his name's Kevin Scott Harper. But when you look up the name, there is somebody that's like on Facebook, but this guy doesn't, I don't know if it's him. So I don't want to like show it kind of, but it says works at disabled, went to Florida State Prison, lives in Somerville. I mean, it could be him. Widowed. I guess the girl talked about the abduction and everything. Thank you, Seymour, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's so exciting. Oh, that was loud. That was music for they were dancing behind. Okay. So, oh, and then I did find this too. Chantel Hudson is the one that subpoenaed the schools. So remember how remember how let me start over. I went way too fast with my words there. Remember when Temple Christian School, like they had to go to they were being subpoenaed for, court hearing. It was by Chantel, and I didn't know that until today. I just found the paperwork for it. So we'll go over all of that on our next live. Yeah. And thank you again. Thank you guys, all of you guys, so much. Thank you so much for being here. What was I going to say? Anything? I don't think so. That's today, Monday? Nope. Yep. Okay. So yeah, I'm done for the day. I have to go to another appointment tomorrow at 8 a.m. But thank goodness it's just like right here. And you guys know me. I tell you all the time I point in the wrong direction. It could be there. It could be this way. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. But just another day in the life of me, appointments every day. But I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. I think I might do an earlier live around noon, but I'm not sure yet. So, but I think I might, because we have this stuff we can go over. So I might come back on tomorrow around noon. So just make sure that if you're subscribed, you have your bell, your bell icon notified. Also, if you have a cell phone or a tablet that you're using, you have to have your notifications put on in your YouTube app through your settings, or you won't get any of your YouTube notifications. So, and you want to make sure you get those, don't you? Not just for me, but for everybody that you follow. So thank you again so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I will put in the chat one more time if anyone wants to become a member. I think Nightbot probably will do it before I can do it. That's what happened last time. And if I don't see you, because it's Monday, just in case y'all get super busy and I don't see you before Christmas, Merry Christmas to you guys. I'll be back on and everything, and I'll probably even be on for Christmas. You know me. But I just wanted to make sure that I told you guys that. Have a great holiday. Enjoy it with your family and your friends and your loved ones. If you don't have family and friends or loved ones, nothing wrong with that. Just take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys all back here tomorrow afternoon. So have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night. And I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Merry Christmas to you if I don't see you before. Bye.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on days.